same-sex marriage goes through. That argument works. Miles and Paul and Tony have mentioned this, but let me run through this so that you get it in one chunk, okay? What happens if yes on 8 goes down? They've laid it out. Let me be redundant so that you make sure you get it. The attack is going to be, if you can no longer speak out against homosexuality, it must be normal. Yes, you will get it, much like the great ad. God bless the Prop 8 guys that put that together. Excellent second ad coming out in the classroom, much like in Massachusetts. You will have second graders learning king and king and boys marry boys laid out. Now watch what happens after that. Any opposition to homosexuality then will be attacked. That means as pastors, in the events where we say it's a sin, they probably already mentioned, I wasn't here, but they probably already mentioned when I've had Dr. Dobson on. Tony remembers when he was running the FRC. In Canada, you cannot run a Focus on the Family broadcast that mentions homosexuality as a sin, or that you can repent out of homosexuality or voluntarily change your behavior. Any of those, out. They will yank you off the air and fine you, and Focus won't get back on. That's coming. The other side, I guarantee it, it's coming. They will slowly, incrementally, like that frog in the kettle, incrementally continue pressing. One of the battle lines that we can stop it on is right here, okay, which is yes on 8. But let me read to you some of these incremental encroachments. Catholic Charities in Massachusetts chose to go out of business in 2006 rather than place children with same-sex couples as required by Massachusetts law. So a gay couple intentionally went to Catholic Charities, knowing they're Catholic, and said, we want to adopt. No, it's against our religion. Lawsuit. Catholic Charities, knowing that they would lose in Massachusetts, said, great, we just won't do adoptions anymore. That's how they'll win. They don't have to, put your, Jack in prison. They just have to silence the pulpit. And so you will have Christians and people of faith simply no longer in that business. Christian bookstores, go down the line. Orthodox Jewish University, Yeshiva University in New York, the conservative side, right? They had banned same-sex couples from living in the married dormitory. Think of Biola, Westmont, even Calvary Bridal College down in Marietta. So they had banned same-sex couples, right? Lawsuit, they are now forced to allow all couples to live in the married dorm, even unmarried heterosexual couples. At a conservative, Orthodox Jewish university. California Lutheran High School, down to 15 here, suspended 2 girls in an overtly lesbian relationship. The girls were seniors making out in the hallway. No PDAs, public displays of affection between boys and girls. They tried to apply that to the girls, French kissing in the hallway. All the kids were cheering. The parents heard about it. They were leftist activists. Lawsuit against California Lutheran. They're going after, you understand? They're targeting that. So, issue is in court. No doubt they are being sued under the state civil rights protecting gays and lesbians from discrimination. They'll lose. Okay? That's going to go down. A Christian gynecologist, this is one of my favorites. A Christian gynecologist at North Coast Women's Care Medical Group in Vista, California, refused to give a lesbian patient in vitro fertilization due to his religious beliefs. Okay, so a lesbian comes in, I and my partner want to have a baby, make me pregnant through in vitro fertilization. The male gynecologist says, I'm uncomfortable with that. I'm a Christian, but there's someone in my office here. In fact, I'll get them right now, and they may be a better fit for you in dealing with the whole relationship. Hold on. So he goes, gets another gynecologist to come in. They did work with the lady. The lady did get pregnant. She did bear children. Okay? And then she filed suit against the Christian gynecologist because she felt insulted, persecuted, discriminated against, etc. The California Supreme Court heard oral arguments in May 2008. Legal experts believe her right to medical treatment trumps his religious beliefs. That also will go through. Put it this way, you will not have anywhere in business, public practice, to say no to this agenda. They will hunt you down and target you in order to set up the criteria to mandate it. It's not passively happening. They are venue shopping, which means looking for the court jurisdiction in order to bring up the lawsuit, and they're venue shopping also for the businesses to target. They want the biggest bang for the buck. By the way, we do the same thing. A mental health counselor at North Mississippi Health Services was fired for refusing to help a woman improve her lesbian relationship. The counselor said that doing so would violate her religious beliefs. The counselor got fired. In March 2001, the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit sided with the employer, ruling that the employee's religious beliefs could not be accommodated without causing undue hardship to the company. Translated, lesbian comes in, I'm struggling with my girlfriend. Can you help me with marriage therapy? Counselor says, I'm a Christian, I'm sorry, I deal with heterosexuals. The lesbian files suit. The counseling firm fired her. The court says, that's not an excuse. You cannot say, I'm a Christian, I don't want to deal with it. If you want to be a counselor in the state of Mississippi, I believe it was Mississippi, doesn't say here. Mississippi, you will treat all the clients that come to you. Okay? Adoption Profiles, a Christian internet service based in Arizona, has agreed to no longer do business in California. Why? Because a same-sex couple brought suit in federal court against Adoption Profiles of Arizona because their application was denied because they were a same-sex couple. So that business in California, no longer. Only Arizona. Incrementally, every single state. An Albuquerque photographer was ordered to pay a lesbian couple's legal fees, which came to $6,600, after she refused to shoot their recommitment ceremony or their commitment ceremony. So you think you're just a mom and pop shop. You're a photographer, advertising the Yellow Pages, maybe in the Christian Times, probably better in the Christian Times because they want to definitely target you. And hey, come shoot our dedication service or recommitment or our harmonic convergence vibration seminar or whatever it is. And what will happen is you say no, lawsuit, discrimination, court orders you to pay the legal fees. And the message to the community, don't say no. You'll get sued. It's not worth the 10 grand, especially, you understand? It's going to put a chill on business. Ocean Grove Camp Meeting, Tony mentioned this, in New Jersey, lost its tax status after they refused to rent a boardwalk pavilion to a lesbian couple for their civil union ceremony. You think the lesbian couple could have gone anywhere else? Obviously, that's not the point. The point was never the ceremony. The point is, that's a Christian camp. They say no to us, lawsuit. They are looking for the fights. This list goes on. One more. The Sea Scouts, affiliated with the Boy Scouts, up in Berkeley, California, refused to have gay men as scout leaders. The city brought lawsuit. The same thing is going down in San Diego. That too will lose. What's the point of all this? There is rarely in warfare, military or otherwise, there's rarely in warfare such a clear opportunity to change the dynamic of the battlefield. Rarely are you given an opportunity with this onslaught that's coming to say, not here, not now, not on my watch. That's Prop 8. This would throw a huge, biblically shaped monkey wrench into their whole agenda. It would also wake up the rest of the country. How many times, one of the reasons the second ad that's running from protectmarriage.com is so effective is because most parents are not like you. They don't listen to talk radio. They're not political junkies. They don't watch Fox News. They're watching reruns or dealing with their kids or whatever. They're just now paying attention. And when you hear that, wait, my son is going to have to read stuff about that and you can't opt out, you can't say no, it's in public education? Well, I don't want that. Bingo. Win.